Brand new Mach-Hommy tape. Mach-Hommy already has the album of the year in my opinion. If he tops his own album, this will be impressive. They need some loud horns.
Oh man, you're in trouble now. Must got different definitions of hustling, cause when we moved that snow off the stoop, we wasn't shoveling before you heard the loop. They was loving to scoop your mom dupes to show you how to shoot like a butter rim. Y'all see the trim, new mop.
That's fire.
Let's take them back to the swamps with the green moss. I got it out the mud, sweat as I. God. Sweat as I. Fuck with the most Raleigh games, hungry monsters. Still got the bland quarters for films with your smutty daughters. Just last year, I was chilling in my fortress. Went back to the block, they said no cutting corners. I was really picking lemons in the orchards. Now I'm revving the engines on 911 Porsches. Shopping in Bel Air, I'm on my 12th pair. The closet got more loafers than welfare. I got it out the mud, sweat as I. Swear to God. Sweat as I. I got it out the mud, sweat as I.
Alright, tough opening to an album. Those horns sounded crazy. I like the beat a lot. Mach's 2 verses here were fire. I thought the first verse was good. I thought the second verse was excellent. The rhyme scheme, fire. It's always going to be fire with Mach. He had a bunch of standout punches. Just the last one, he said the more loafers in the closet than welfare. Bars like that. This nigga can spit. This nigga can spit. So yeah, that's a tough opening. I don't think it was as explosive of an opener as 26 Letter was on Pray for Haiti, but still a very good opener to an album. So we're going to get into LABOU. If I say any of these names correctly, it's pure coincidence.
I still think it was a mistake.
So do I. There must have been some other way.
Dang, it was a skit. I didn't even have to say the name. If for some reason it's correct, I'm going to keep it in there. If it's not, editing it out. All right, separation of the sheep and the goats. It's from the Bible.
Call it how it is. Now what's politically correct said with my chest, 3 words: liberty and death, regardless which party jacket it give it context. Shit weak, making they critiques from an armrest. Make separation of the sheep and the goats. That's a book of revelations on the seed and the roars. I book the reservations on the beach and the board. That thing, separation of the sheep and the goats. See loss and remorse in your eyes, I read thoughts. For the guillotine swinging, knock the head clean off. When am I raving, screaming? All us blacks got is sports and entertainment. Until we even. You getting all the steaming. Till these crackers decide I did something that's worthy and redeeming. Where I'm from, you want if you had your freedom. Getting 25 was the only lifetime achievement.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's a crazy bar. Yeah, he's snapping.
See what I seen, you be slumped up in the alley. Out here, you lucky if you're not a junkie or an alky. Strangers no balky. Smoke you like Korean barbecue, you know where the cow be.
Korean barbecue is amazing. You know where the cow be is a very creative way to say that.
So holla at me if you want the throne back. Not bad for some gibberish and monotone rap.
That's a fact. That's a fact. If you can rap monotone and be considered one of the best, you can rap. Yeah, that's a dope song. I like the production. I like the singing. I like the singing on both the last 2 tracks. Just a good song overall. His vocal performances on the last 2 tracks have been pretty good. And this album it's still jazzy, but it sounds a lot different than his last album. So that's a plus. I'll say Pray for Haiti was really a album that took place in Haiti, where this song is more so about Haiti itself and him growing up in Haiti directly. All right, so this is MAGNUM Band remix. MAGNUM Band on Pray for Haiti was fire, so I'm excited for this one. This beat's fire.
Back when you was taking your shirt off of PD Pablo, my piece of combo, lead put him to bed, sleepy hollow, far as any words for the feds.
That's a bar. Okay.
Far as any words for the feds, me no hablo, cooling with my Mexican wigs like Frida Kahlo. While killers make their way to Su Casa, send a stocky nigga in a mask like a doom pasta. 7 in his
That's fire.
Another 7 in his whip, 7 in his rest, 7 more, and that's 35 from the 357. Say peace to B.I. After that G ride to heaven, even get 10 wins with on your ring call. Sliding through with your skating rink on. Chain snatching to DMCA, either way your link on. I was once told.
Bro, are y'all listening to this? This nigga is cold. That's fire.
And that all space programs are from Africa.
I heard a few better rants by A.A. Rashid, but yeah, that's my favorite song of the album so far. The Sleepy Hollow bar was ridiculous. That 7 flip, 357 flip was fire. I need to re-listen to that 11 and 10 scheme that he did, but he was really on to something with that. Song is sick. Oh, and I like the production to it. It sounds super menacing. That's Raz G on the production for that song. I know that was really noted beforehand. Yeah, it didn't disappoint. The interludes are the first, second, third, fourth, and fifth in French/Creole. So I can't remember how to say that. It's like Le Tres Somme. That was a great attempt. It has to be wrong though. It has to be wrong. This is LEJAN Sal. I gotta say it with confidence. All right, take 2. This is LEJAN Sal. This is track number 7. LEJAN Sal. It's LEJAN Sal. That's dope. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. That's not hard. I'm very surprised he left that bar in there. That's fire. That's solid. That's solid. It's not fire. That's solid. Now that's fire. Sugar and it's dying out enough potassium. Talk about guns like he the only one who has them. Been playing with the heat long as you done his has with. Mossberg to the 38 Magnum. I think a battle rapper said that Udonis Haslam bar, but he bars are a little bit outdated. That was solid though. Ain't no Jesse Jack when it's homie town, try me clown, got me clap back like Kwame Brown. That's dope. All right, I think that was definitely the lightest song of the album so far. He punched below his weight on that one. He did have a couple stand-up bars, especially that we really played pick-up sticks. Y'all remember that game, or maybe I'm just old. That bar was fire. That bar was sick. But yeah, the rest of it was light, and I'm really surprised he left that you very, 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 very weird bar in there. That bar itself was very, 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 very weird. Yeah, I also didn't like the production on the song that much either, especially compared to the other songs on there. But let's get into Wooden Nickels.
Don't take no nickel. As I sit back, reflect, adjust the band on my rollie and solely remember things that my grandma told me. Words fitting right in the stick.
I like this beat a lot.
It's like poetry, they tried to crack the code while your man is so cold. See, remember lessons taught by.
I can't remember just a bad horn. Like, you can't really throw horns in a song. I mean, you can, but it's gonna be hard to throw horns in a song and it sound bad, unless the horns themselves sound bad.
Scenes playing my mind like a documentary. Everything else is just another fading memory. The way it's thrown, he never took a penny. Many Haitians wouldn't be in America if it wasn't for Henry. Can't tell it like it ain't. Obtained his brother-in-law a fellowship to Paris just to study paint. Wanted everyone to be better. Then the guy disappeared to Paris and never returned the letter. I seen the same thing happen to my pops. He was about to set me up, but when he died, it stopped. So when I pop, made me savor my spot. It's funny how there's a transferable, but favors are not. Never make that fatal mistake. They call you selfish anyway. Might as well be that way from the gate. So you got
That's sick. That's a sick verse. This is such a moody instrumental. Hard. That song was hard. The only thing I didn't like about this song was, I guess it was like the intro with him singing "Don't Take a Wooden Nickel." Is a little bit ridiculous, but bro, once he got in the verse, it was fire. It was fire. He let the rhyme schemes and the lyricism take a backseat to just tell a story. Came out great. The production was fire. The saxophone solo was fire, and then I like how he incorporated the sax before it even got to that solo part. Tough song overall. So this is traditional. This beat reminds me of something that would be on Heavy as the Head, the album that came out earlier this year by Ransom.
What happens when your vision ain't vision? Traditional. Not accessible, then you enigmatic and mystical. Up on that mountain where don't nobody come to visit you. Humans and tapes, they all flippable. Olivia Newton-John didn't make more money off of physical.
Nicholas Craven sounded a little bit out of his element with that beat. It needed more texture to it. I mean, it sounded like a Game of Thrones loop, just like looped together. And I mentioned Heavy as the Head by Ransom. I mean, Big Ghost is a better producer than Nicholas Craven. I like Nicholas Craven a lot. But I mean, that's essentially what he did on Heavy as the Head. But this one just sounded like something from Game of Thrones or like some Castle Sega Genesis game. Yeah, I didn't really care for that beat. Bar wise, I mean, coming off of Wood and Nichols, I see he's going, this album's a lot more introspective than his last album that was kind of just a bar fest, right? It did have some introspective cuts, but he's really introspective in a lot of these songs. I think the song was good. I don't think it was excellent, but I think a lot of that is just the sequencing of it coming behind Wood and Nichols that I think was really, really good. That song felt not as up to par as Wood and Nichols, but it's still a solid song. As far as the lyrics, still solid. So this is Money Magnets. This is fire. Yeah, this reminds me of a beat off HBO. I can't remember which one off the top of my head, but it's towards the end of the album. I like this beat already. It's Thank God off of HBO. This beat reminds me of Thank God. They're not the same, but this is what it reminds me of.
Custom airwaves, airplay, niggas fly. Won't you shut the fuck up? Shut the fuck up. Dad told me pour some Haitian champagne up in your goblets for a plane. You sure you staying? I'm married to the organization. I saw you skating. I dedicate my masters to this tape to the next generation.
That's fire. I'm not the biggest The God Fahim fan, but it does sound good to hear them rapping together. Now that Mach is back on Griselda, it just something sounds cool about them still rapping together on these Griselda releases.
Dump guy gotta go out, then I'm going out blazing. When dump guys show out, it's in all type of phases. I'm monumental no matter what you try and think of it. I'm having meetings thinking about my bank account doubling.
Yeah, that beat is fire. That's one of my favorite beats on the album. I think the verses were solid. I don't think they were amazing, but definitely solid. Overall, I like that song. This is Self Love. Nah, this beat different.
Hey, you ever stop to thank your heart for beating? What if you had to stop and think for your lungs to start breathing? The of us on this planet moving at a foolish pace. Take for granted how the body needs time to rejuvenate. Being solid put a lot of stress on the joints. Why I get my therapist to massage my pressure points?
Bro, I can't get over this beat.
Focus securing bags, it's hysterical. You are the bag, you gon' stay rich if you take care of you. Trash in your body, that's non-friendly. Niggas eat gas station hot dogs and back of Bentleys. Say it with me, I am infinite wealth, but it all starts out with loving yourself. That's what it.
That beat was sick. That's one of my favorite conductor beats that I've heard off the top of my head. That vocal sample sounded amazing. He looped it perfectly. And then the way that he uses white noise is like it's an instrument. That beat was dope. Lyric-wise, I mean, I think his normal lyricism took a back seat, and he was really trying to get a message across. You know, I think it's a delicate balance. I've loved to hear positive messages, but I want the rapping to be good. I mean, you can positive or negative. I just want the rapping to be good. And it was good, but Mach-Hommy is one of the best rappers out right now. So I expect a little bit more from him lyrically. I mean, that's really my criticism for the whole album. I think production-wise, it was fire. Nicholas Craven, outside of the traditional song, really did his thing. Rashy did his thing. That conductor beat at the end was fire. I think that the album as a whole was good, but I definitely don't think it's an album of the year contender. And Pray for Haiti is definitely easily a better album than this. I think this will probably fall somewhere in the middle of Mach-Hommy's discography. He really took a more introspective route, and I think some of the lyricism that we normally expect from Mach suffered because of it. And he really just wanted to get a good message across, and it came at a little bit of a cost. But with that being said, we did get an absolute gem with Wood and Nickels. That was an introspective song, and it was fire. Magnum Band remix was fire. Those are really standout tracks. Separation of the Sheep and the Goats, and first track LABOU were really sick tracks. Definitely tracks that I'll be going back to a lot. So yeah, overall solid album, but didn't quite live up to the really high expectations I had coming into it.